Hi friends, welcome to NKL classes. My name is Naval Kishore Lodhi and today I am going to discuss about the various ages in English literature as all the students who are studying or the teachers who are studying studying and teaching English literature, they are always need to know about the various ages in English literature because all the ages in English literature somehow related to the works and their themes, point of views and related concepts, because if we are knowing a particular date of a particular work, then we can think a particular common conception about what kind of ideas, what kind of things might be there in that particular work. So let's begin with the study of different ages in English literature. As I have already noted down the important ages in English literature, as you can see over here on the whiteboard. So the very first age which I would like to discuss with you is Anglo-Saxon age. Anglo-Saxon age is generally considered as in the Old English period, and it ranges from 410 AD to 1066 AD. Right, so all the years which I have noted down here are in the AD, not in the BC, means before Christ. Right, so all these ages are in the AD. Here the very first age which I have already described is the Anglo-Saxon age, which ranges from 410 AD to 1066 AD. Next one is the Anglo-Norman period or the Anglo-Norman age, which comes under the Middle English period, which ranges generally from 1066 to 1500 AD. And in this particular time period, there are several ages, but here I am just going to define you one by one. If I talk about the very first age in Middle English period, then it's Anglo-Norman age, and it ranges from 1066 AD to 1340 AD. Right, so Anglo-Norman age ranges from 1066 AD to 1340 AD. Now next one age is of Chaucer, or you may call Chaucerian age or age of Chaucer, because in this particular time period Chaucer was the major influencer. And Chaucer, here I would like to emphasize some more detail about Chaucer. Chaucer is also known as the father of English writing. Keep in mind, this is the very important question to be asked in several kind of competitive examinations and entrance test conducted by the different universities. So I would like to emphasize and reiterate once again that Chaucer, Geoffrey Chaucer specifically, who wrote the Canterbury Tales, and Geoffrey Chaucer is known as the father of English writing. And the age of Chaucer or Chaucerian age is also known as the age of transformation and age of turbulence. So here the time period which spans from 1340 to 1400 is also known as age of transformation and age of turbulence, apart from age of Chaucer. Next one age is of revival, and this spans from 1400 AD to 1550. Next one is the Renaissance period, and the Renaissance period ranges from 1500 to 1600. Keep in mind. Now if I talk about the next one age which comes under the Renaissance period is Elizabethan age. Elizabethan is the time period of Queen Elizabeth I, who reigned from 1558 to 1603, and this is the period which is named after Queen Elizabeth I. And here I would like to emphasize one more point, that this particular age, means Elizabethan age, is also known as the golden age of English literature, because in this particular age the English literature in journal and drama in particular flourished, and you know the well known dramatist and that is the William Shakespeare, right? So William Shakespeare is the most important dramatist or playwright you have studied so far, not only in the syllabuses of universities but also in the school curriculum, because there are several works given in the different boards in their syllabus of English reader. So Elizabethan age is also known as the golden age of English literature. Now next one is Jacobean age, which spans from 1603 to 1625, and the next one is Caroline age. Caroline age, if I talk about it, ranges from 1625 to 1625 to 1649, and next one is the period of Commonwealth. So in this particular time period, the third world countries were the major subject for English writing, and also here I would like to emphasize that this particular period ranges from 1649 to 1660. Keep in mind this particular age or the Commonwealth period ranges from 1649 to 1660. Now another period which is known as the neoclassical period. So first I would like to tell you about this neoclassical period. Actually, if I talk about all the ages which I have described so far, in these ages means also this one. Okay, in all these ages, if I talk about that, whatever the works were written by the playwright or the story writers or some other people, but you have to know the historical background to study a particular work of poetry, a particular work of fiction or non-fiction. Here I would like to emphasize, as it was said that if you really want to know the concept in detail, if you really want to analyze any work in depth, then you will have to understand the historical things of that particular time period as well, and that was somehow the most important thing for study of English literature before this particular age. But if I talk about the neoclassical period, from this particular period the emphasis was laid on the text which were present on the page of a copy or page of a work. Means you really do not need to know the historical background in that much sense as it was required by the previous ages. So here the emphasis was shifted from historical background to the text, right? And neoclassical period ranges from 1600 to 785. In this particular period several ages are there, and here the first one is which is known as Restoration age. Restoration age ranges from 1660 to 1700. Now next one is Augustan age. Augustan age spans from 1700 to 1745, and the next age is age of sensibility. So age of sensibility ranges from 1745 to 1785. Next one is the Romantic period, and here all the romantic poets and writers laid emphasis on the nature, individuality, emotions, expressions, and such kind of other things which were somehow missing in the earlier ages. So they laid emphasis on the nature specifically, because if I talk about these particular ages, then you will find, if you study the literature in depth, that all these writers, poets, playwrights, or other literary people were writing about the aristocratic class, and from Romantic age onwards specifically, if I mention that people started writing about the middle class, nature, humanity, individuality, feelings, emotions, and all other such concepts. So these became the major topic or major subjects for writing poetry, writing other form of literary works. And this romantic period ranged from 1785 to 1832. And here I would like to mention one more thing, that you might have read about the William Wordsworth, P.V. Shelley, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, who is also known as S.T. Coleridge, right? So S.T. Coleridge, P.V. Shelley, and William Wordsworth are the famous writers and poets, critics of this particular period, right? Next one is the Victorian age. Victorian age is actually named after the Queen Victoria of England, who reigned from 1832 to 1901. Keep in mind, this is the time period of Victorian age. But here I would like to mention that Victorian age is divided into three parts. Victorian age is divided into the three parts, and the early part of Victorian age ranges from 1832 to 1848, and the mid part of the Victorian age starts from 1848 and ends to 1870, and the late Victorian age spans from 1870 to 1901. And here I have also categorized the Victorian age into two phases, right? So Victorian age can also be categorized into two phases, and the first phase of Victorian age would be the pre-Raphaelite period, or actually Raphaelites were a particular group of scholars, right? So this particular group ranged from the 1848 to 1860. So this was the period for pre-Raphaelites. And if I talk about the aestheticism and decadence, then it ranged from 1880 to 1901. Keep in mind, these are the two phases of Victorian age. Now if I talk about the next one period, which is known as Edwardian period, it ranges from 1901 to 1914. Now next one is the Georgian period. This is the period which ranges from 1910 to 1936. Now the Indian poetry, or specifically the poetry or other works from this continent started from this particular time period. And here I would like to mention that the modern period spans from the 1914. Keep in mind, this is somehow one of the most important questions to be known, and this is the time period of modern period is from 1914 to the till date, right? And also if I talk about the post-modern period, then you should be knowing that it ranges from 1945, and it is still ongoing. And if I have described already the all other important ages, but there are some other ages which you need to know about. Is the first one is Gothic era. So in this particular era, the horrific stories or the literary works, those were containing the elements of horror or the suspense. So this kind of work was mainly were given emphasis in this particular Gothic era, and it ranged from 1786 to 1800. Now next is the contemporary age. I hope that all the students who are studying in colleges and universities, they might have heard their lecturers or professors talking about the contemporary age. So here I would like to mention, and I would like to clarify that contemporary age basically starts from 1789 to the till date. And I know that you might be knowing about the age or the year 1789. This was the year when French Revolution happened, right? French Revolution occurred, and from that you can consider the time period of contemporary age in English literature. So these were some of the most important ages in English literature. Whenever you read a particular work of literary value, or if you read the criticism of that particular work, then you should be knowing some historical things, some historical events, some historical uh, importances which are somehow related, because each and every work somehow relates to the historical background as well, right? So this is how you can particularly analyze a work of poetry, analyze a work of drama or the short story or novel, right, in a better way. Now I hope that now you have a proper understanding of different ages in English literature, and if you are asked about it, then definitely you would be able to answer. Here I'm just ending this video, but before that I would like to request you, if anyone has not subscribed my channel yet, then please do subscribe, like, and share this video to other friends as well, because this is the only thing which can motivate me to make some more useful and the important videos, right? So this would be the favor to me, and now I'm just giving you some more time so that you can take a snapshot of this particular writing for your future references. Okay, if you want to take a snapshot of this particular writing, then you can take. Okay, thank you guys, keep watching me.